Hello. Hello, I'm here. I'm here. How are we all doing, folks? Welcome, 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 welcome. Are we doing good? We've got Tall Nerd, we've got Nerdmatron, two nerds in the chat, and Leopard, who is his own little creature. I like the t-shirt. I got it from the National Railway Museum. It says, I do all my own shunts. It's actually class. Welcome in, Dutchy. How you doing? Hello. Lovely to see you. One ticket to fun, please. Well, you haven't seen anything yet. Right. Good stuff, TN. Good stuff, mate. Welcome in. First of all, I just want to say for the VOD, any potential VOD viewers, this is not suitable for kids. I've got that on. Oh, actually, let me go live on TikTok. Hang on a second. I forgot about that. I've actually got a big, big banner on the virtual streams that says "not suitable for children." I'm really worried about potential kids watching this, so I've just got warnings up in as many places as possible. So there's your warning. You know, if you can't read all of that, then I can't help you, I'm afraid. Second of all, also just want to say I'm a Dovetail Games ambassador. I did get the key for this for free. All my thoughts my own, etc., etc. They have no editorial control over any of this, etc., etc., etc. You all know the drill by now. There will be a link in the description if you want to find out more about like what exactly that means. There's no music at the moment. I am sorry about that. How are we all doing? Don't we need a ticket to ride? It's free here. It's all nationalised and it's free. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Okay. You got a season ticket? Oh, that's good stuff. That's very smart, actually. Do you legally have to say that stuff every time? No, Lep, I don't. But what I don't want to do, I'm really overcautious with it, Lep. I probably don't have to say all of this every time, but I'm really like, I'm really worried that like I say something good about a game and then someone buys the game and then doesn't like the game and then goes back to my channel and sees that like I'm affiliated with that company and they're like, oh, this guy was lying and that's no. I'm just worried. That's probably not going to happen. Let's be perfectly honest. That's not going to happen. But I'm just covering all bases, like I said. If we are having any audio issues today, by the way, folks, do let me know. I think last time it was because for some reason, my OBS encoder was outdated. It was deprecated. So I've updated it and I've changed some of the settings. So fingers crossed, it should be better now. If it's not, I think I know what the fix is. It's not a big deal. It's not like you to worry, mate. I know. It's not going to happen because this game is literally universally loved. Too right, Tornash. Absolutely right, mate. So depending on who you are, the Thomas and Friends DLC has officially dropped on console. At least it doesn't come out on PC until this afternoon. Depending on who you are, this is literally the best thing to ever happen in the world, or it's literally the end of the world. There doesn't seem to be any sort of like middle point between those two sort of opinions, which is fine. But we're going to give it a go today. We're going to do the story. We're going to do the narrative. We're not going to do the whole thing because I think the whole thing is. I think it's about 3 hours long, roughly. If you're a bit younger, it probably takes a little bit longer because you're not a pro gamer like me. Here we go. If you want to see a tutorial for how to like get into Train Sim World with this, there is a video on my YouTube channel. I would like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. It has done serious numbers with a capital S and a capital N. Like overnight, it became my most viewed video on YouTube, which is so silly because I've got like 750 other videos on YouTube. And all it took was for me to make one video about Thomas the Tank Engine, and all the records have been smashed. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. I think I've just underestimated the size of the Thomas and Friends mafia, if you want to call them that. Serious numbers, exactly no. Clearly you got to be a Thomas the Tank Engine content creator now. Well, exactly. It's like when I had that Disney video on TikTok. and I started just playing Disney games for a laugh. I'm probably going to have to go through a phase where I play Thomas the Tank Engine videos and games and stuff, which is fine. What I'll probably do is we'll probably end up finishing this DLC in 2 streams, so I might do another stream of this possibly tomorrow. We'll see. But for now, we're going to start with Thomas's arrival. The tutorial videos we don't need to do. Like I said, they're already on my channel. They're very basic. It's literally a 2-button deal. It is if you're a kid, this is like it's going to be so easy for you. Like, don't even worry about it. If you're a kid, you shouldn't be watching this though. There's a warning there or somewhere. So, you've been looking forward to this all day. Now you're the children's gamer. Yeah, I never said I wasn't a children's gamer. So, there you go. This is Thomas's actual birth number. Yeah, this is the origin story. This is how we found out how he got shoved into that boiler, and he can't get out.
Thomas's arrival.
Let me know about the levels, folks.
It was a warm summer's evening on the West Somerset Railway, and Thomas the Tank Engine was waiting at Dunster Station. He and Sir Topham Hatt had been invited to visit the railway and were on their way to Minehead for a big welcome.
My inner 5-year-old is like running laps around my head right now.
I can't wait to get to Minehead Station and meet everyone, said Thomas excitedly. You said you had a friend that worked on this railway, didn't you, sir?
There he is. Look at him.
Yes, Thomas, I have, replied Sir Topham Hatt. Mr. Peters and I have been friends for a long time.
Thomas needs some eyelashes. Welcome in, Yogurt. How you doing?
And I know he's very
that would be
keen
good,
to
yeah.
finally meet you.
We'll get him some
Especially
makeup.
After I told him how useful you are.
Steady on
sir,
DN. You know.
Thomas proudly. Although I do hope my branch line
It's not for
from
kids.
Sodor will be all right without me. I'm sure my passengers will miss their regular train rides. I'm sure your passengers will be fine, Thomas. There's no need to worry about your branch line, chuckled Sir Topham Hatt. I've arranged for
Couldn't help myself,
Percy
it's
and
fine.
Toby
Don't
to
worry
look
about it.
after while
If
you're
you look
away.
on YouTube, TN, you can
Percy
see
said
the
he'll
warning
lend a
that
hand
I've got
too.
on the screen. That literally, like right
Thomas
here,
smiled,
across the screen,
thinking
it just
about
says,
his
this
friends
screen is
back
not
home.
suitable for children. So, if
Right
people
then,
can't
he
see that, I
continued.
don't know what else
Let's
I can
get
do.
going. We don't want to keep everyone waiting. And with that, Sir Topham Hatt walked
Don't say
down
fat
the
control or whatever
platform
you do.
and
See,
climbed
I don't
aboard
actually,
Annie.
I'm not actually sure if they officially changed his
Yes,
name
sir,
in like
peeped Thomas.
the newer stuff,
Minehead, here
or if
we
it's just
come.
like they call him by his real name because he's got a real name now. I don't actually know. Right, this is it, folks. We're inside Thomas. My mouse is not working. It's not a good start. Hang on. My mouse is working, but it's not working in the game. Okay, this is not the best possible start. This could be a bug. After me... Okay, you know what? We might have to restart. Okay, fair enough.
Thomas's arrival.
Early access? Yeah, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I am playing a preview copy, so it might have been
It was a
updated.
warm
And
summer's
I'm not
evening
on that
the
update, I'm not
West
entirely sure.
Somerset Railway. And Thomas the Tank Engine was waiting.
It's a big yellow
at
warning.
Dunster
Very nice as
Station.
warnings go. Thank you, Yogurt.
He and Sir
I
Topham
made it the
Hatt
same
had
warning
been
as the
invited
emoji
to visit
itself,
the
the
railway,
warning sign.
and were on their way to Minehead for
We
a
have to
big
actually sit
welcome.
through this again. Okay, if I can't move again, I'm
I
not
can't
going to be
wait to
thrilled.
get to Minehead Station and meet everyone,
Not entirely
said
sure
Thomas
what the
excitedly.
cause of that was.
You said you had a friend that worked on this railway, didn't
Well,
you,
there's
sir?
one bug, anyway.
Yes, Thomas, I have, replied Sir Topham Hatt. Mr. Peters and I have been friends
It's
for
the
a
top
long
hat played
time,
by Dave
and I'm sure you'll
Bautista.
get to meet him once we reach Minehead. And I know
That's
he's
probably
very
really
keen
funny,
to
though.
finally meet you.
I don't know what you're
Especially
talking about,
after I've
though.
told
So,
him how useful
sorry.
you are. Thank you, sir, puffed
I'm so
Thomas
sorry.
proudly. Although I do hope my
Anyway, to
branch
improve the
line back
warnings
on
to make the
Sodor will
RGB
be all right
flashing, so
without
then the
me.
gamer children will actually
I'm
read
sure
it,
my
yeah.
passengers will miss
Make
their
it flash
regular train
really quickly in
rides.
red and blue, like that one episode of Pokemon that got banned.
I'm sure your passengers will be fine, Thomas. There's no need
They
to
won't miss
worry
it.
about your branch line, chuckled Sir Topham Hatt.
If you know, you know. But I don't know.
Percy and Toby to look
This is the
after it
problem.
while you're
I don't
away.
know. Get subway
Bertie
surfers
said
going
he'll
underneath
lend
it.
a hand
There is
too.
quite a large space at the bottom of my stream, like on the vertical stream.
Thomas
I could
smiled, thinking
hypothetically just
about
put
his
subway
friends back
surfers there
home.
or something.
Right then, he continued.
Maybe I should do that at some
Let's get
point.
going. We don't want to keep everyone waiting.
I don't know. Okay,
And with
right,
that,
here we go,
Topham Hatt
folks.
walked down
Take
the
2.
platform and climbed aboard Annie.
First take, for some reason, the mouse wouldn't move.
Yes, sir, peeped Thomas. Minehead, here we
It doesn't
come.
work this time. Okay. So the mouse works there, but it doesn't work. Okay, okay. So if anyone has the bug where you can't move the mouse, go into an external camera and then go back into an internal one. It fixes itself. That's not okay. I should have just done that last time. Anyway, right. Look at this, folks. Yes, the eyes move. Yes, it's slightly terrifying. If you get really close, I think you can. Oh, Jesus. I think if you get inside his head. Let's just try it. Hiya, Knights. Welcome in. How you doing? I think it is possible to get inside it. I saw a screenshot of someone do it. They got inside his head. He does actually have a tongue, which has so many implications that I don't know. I don't know if I can begin to go through them. Really simple controls. It's A to go and D to stop. And then if you want to reverse, it's D to go and A to stop. It's literally a 2-control system. There is no complex control. It's not like a toggle where you can like toggle complex controls on, unfortunately. I would like that personally. I think that would be nice. It's kind of a shame that there's so many like, this is all modeled and stuff, but you can't actually interact with any of it. But it is for kids. I do keep having to say that to myself.
I wonder what kind of jobs I'll get to do here, wondered Thomas.
You see first person? Edgar, welcome in.
Hope
Here you
we
go.
get there soon.
Oh,
Can't
God,
wait to
car
get
just went by
started.
outside and blinded me. Can you get bored by Dovetail the tank engine?
Nice to finally arrive,
Maybe later. You're
said
good.
Annie sadly.
Maybe later.
I
I'll
don't
make
know
that a
about you,
subscribers
but
only video.
I'm rather looking forward to a nice long rest after
Patreons
a
only.
long journey here.
How are the levels,
Yes,
folks?
Annie, it'll be nice to finally rest my
Could the
wheels
game be
for the
turned up a bit?
You should get some rest too, Thomas. You don't want to be tired tomorrow, do you?
Got this guy here as well.
But I'm too excited. There's going to be a party.
So you
tomorrow
can also
to
see the
welcome us
speed
to
on
the
this
railway.
here. So you can
I
have
want
the
to make a good
hood at the
impression.
bottom right turned
Show
off if you wanted.
everyone that I'm a really useful engine, especially as we've come all this way.
I've seen people say that.
We
In
understand
fact, I'll just
you
wait until the
sympathise
narration stops.
But as
Sorry.
Clarabelle said, you don't want to end up being tired and running late on your first day. Despite his excitement, Thomas couldn't help but be tired too.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like we're not the only ones who need to rest their wheels. Laughed Clarabelle.
So,
Well, I suppose I am a little tired, he said wearily. And a good night's rest would be nice before we start work in the morning.
alright.
The three friends continued their journey towards Minehead, and it wasn't long before they were nearing the station.
Okay, folks, here we go. I have seen people. I've seen a couple of people say they don't like the redesigned hood at the bottom because it obviously looks a bit more like suitable for kiddie winkies, which is fair. Unfortunately, you can't toggle it between like looking like that and then looking like the normal one. I think a lot of people have fed that back so far, so I don't know if they're going to add that. Maybe. Who's everyone's favourite? Yeah, what's everyone's favourite Thomas character? I like all of them. I can't really remember. I've not watched the Thomas thing for about 20 years, I would say. I can't remember who I liked as a kid even. I don't know. Thomas was just sort of like... Thomas was never my favourite, but I never liked like a brand mascot really. Like I don't like Mario from Mario is not my favourite Super Mario character. Let's go back into here. Oh, look at this. That's a really nice touch, actually. I think they've done it. I do like that. The eyes are a little bit unnerving, and also the eyes keep moving in photo mode. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Right, hang on. Let's go back into first person. Like the helicopter. What was the helicopter called? We're going way too fast here. Also, should also say that because this is on the West Somerset Railway, you do need the West Somerset Railway DLC to play the story in this, but you can get both in a bundle together, which is I think £30, which is not terrible considering you're basically getting 2 DLCs, and one DLC is normally about £30. The other thing is that Heritage Railways, or at least this one, is limited to 25 miles an hour, so it will say the speed limit's 25 miles an hour. We will go faster than that because we can. Because we're adults and it's a kid's game. I think we're allowed to go a little bit faster than 25, so we might end up barreling down here at some point. Not at this point, though. Space 42, welcoming opinions on Henry. Henry is the green... Henry's the green one? Is Henry the one that got bricked up in the tunnel in that one episode? Or in the one book, even? Yeah, Henry's fine. Henry's alright. I like all of them. Percy's a little bit, I don't know. Percy's kind of just like... I'm basing this off, like, when I watched it, like, 20 years ago. But I remember just finding Percy a bit annoying. I liked Toby. Toby was good. Toby was the tramp. Toby was pretty good. Right, I'm going to pull up here, and then I'm going to shut up, because there's going to be some dialogue. Holding D. Perfect.
As Thomas's train pulled into the station, he looked around and noticed a smartly dressed man standing on the platform. He wondered if this was Sir Topham Hatt's friend, when the man stepped forward and introduced himself.
What's Bullet Train Yogurt? I've not heard of that.
And welcome to the West Somerset Railway. You must be Thomas, the famous tank engine I've heard all about. It's great to finally meet you. My name is Mr. Peters, and I must say it's a pleasure to have you here.
I love the voice acting.
Thank you, sir, puffed Thomas. I'm excited that we have been given the chance to come and visit your railway, and I can't wait to get started. That's what I like to hear, said Mr. Peters.
It's what I like to hear, so it is.
You're a very hard-working engine, so I'm looking forward to working with you and making sure that you and all our visitors have a great time at the party tomorrow night.
Kind of party.
Just then,
Mr. Peters
Sir Topham
does look
Hatt
like a
walked.
Fallout 4 character, don't
He
you?
greeted his
You're
friend warmly
absolutely
and
right.
started telling him
It's
all
the
about
hair, isn't it?
Thomas.
I think. And the glasses.
Thomas is
yeah,
one of the most useful
that's a
engines
very
I
astute
know,
observation.
and I'm sure he'll prove to be a credit to your railway.
It does. I'm never going to be able
That's
to unsee
wonderful to
that.
hear, replied Mr. Peters. I'm sure that Thomas and I will get on splendidly. Mr. Peters smiled and turned to the crowd of passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to give a warm welcome to our visitors from the island of Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt, Thomas, and his loyal coaches, Annie and Clarabelle.
Welcome in, Matthew. How you doing?
Everyone clapped and cheered. And Thomas
Me
looked
too,
on,
honestly.
feeling very proud.
I've only played this one so far, this scenario, which is a very basic one. It just sort of introduces the story, but even so. Why was the...
But no one noticed.
Why was
that
there a guy stuck
familiar
inside Thomas
diesel
there?
engine was watching them
good.
from afar.
2 bugs. There you go, folks. I have a couple of thoughts about that, actually. First of all, I did say this in the video that I posted yesterday, but I don't remember Diesel looking like that. Obviously, I know things have changed since, like, I watched it, you know, I was watching, like, the Ringo Starr ones and some of the Michelangelos ones and stuff like that. I've not watched any of the newer, like, CGI ones or anything like that. I don't remember Diesel looking like that. He used to look a lot meaner. He's sort of just pulling a constant DreamWorks face in this now, if that makes sense. Which is very unusual, but I think that is what he looks like now. And also, the narrator for this is Mark Morahan, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I believe. And Mark Morahan was the narrator between, I want to say, series 17 and 21. I could be wrong on that. But they have got like a proper Thomas and Friends narrator doing this, which I think is pretty good. And he does a good job as well. And he's lovely. He seems really nice. Just I'm basing that like off his social media profile. I don't know. Let me just catch up on chat quickly. Sorry. Imagine living somewhere where the trains are normal and don't have faces, and then Thomas rolls up. It must be terrifying, mustn't it? But having said that, there are Thomas like replica engines in real life, aren't there? Because I went on one constantly whenever I went to the railway museum when I was a kid. If you remember that, anyone? He's a Diesel, not the Diesel. I'm thinking of Diesel 10. You might be right. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna do the next chapter. Devious Diesel. Am I thinking of Diesel 10?
The Devious Diesel.
Can you still see that? Yeah, you can.
Early the next morning,
Yeah, I think I was actually.
Diesel crawled into the station.
Oops.
He looked to see if anyone was around and saw that Thomas was sitting outside the shed dozing. He
Carter,
also
welcome in.
noticed that
Can I create
Annie
Thomas and the
Clarabelle
trucks?
were sleeping too.
If I've got time at the end, we'll go into
An
free
idea
mode,
came to him.
pre-roam, and we can do some custom formations
idea,
if you want,
Diesel thought to himself.
and we can just barrel
If I
down
shove those trucks in front of them,
any other
then
route.
Thomas will have to spend even more
I might do a
time
poll or
getting
something
them
like that.
back. Thomas won't be a really
We'll
useful
do it today or
engine if
next
he's
time.
late.
Welcome in, Daisy.
And on his first day too.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt Mark.
Diesel deviously. I must be careful not to wake him though.
Yeah, they do sleep. I don't quite understand the mechanics behind that. Is it just when the engine's turned off? I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, let me catch up on chat really quickly before I get going. My dad made my sister a Thomas costume for World Bug Day. I love that. That's great. I've got something to show you all later that I think I might have shown to people before, but not on stream maybe. That I think it might age some people quite a bit, and some people might not know what it is, but it'll be fun. Where am I? Sorry. She was inside a cardboard box as Thomas himself. That's great. Tank engines gone woke against good old reliable diesel. Shut up, Nightlights. What are you talking about? You never got cool costumes? That is a shame, actually. That's a real shame. How does Thomas's whistle sound? You'll have to give it to when you get in. I will do. I definitely will do that. This is how Diesel sounds. Which I believe is very accurate. I think the whistle sounds and the horn sounds are literally just taken from the show itself. I believe. Right, we've got to stop at a signal. Let's go. Oh crap, we're going backwards. Sorry folks, going backwards. I've paused that one up immediately. It is a little bit ominous, isn't it, this one? Right, back we go. Take it easy. It's got the baritone fart. Yeah. What was I going to say? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Ah! Big stretch. I keep mixing up. It sounds stupid because it's like literally two controls, but I keep mixing up going forwards and going backwards on the keyboard. Somehow. You're forming a parasocial relationship with Diesel. I mean, he seems pretty pleased about it. I think. Do that IRL. Do what IRL, sorry? Excuse me? So, all of this that we're playing now, I've not actually played yet. I had played the first mission, storyline, scenario, whatever you want to call it. I had not played the rest of it. Alright, stop there. Lovely. Couple to formation, troublesome trucks. Oh, okay. Oh crap, there's still a red. Sorry. Fuck. My fault. You know, if this had DRA, we'd have been fine. Do we have to listen to all of that again? I'm so sorry, folks.
Diesel.
Kids game. I'm better at kids game, everyone. It's fine.
Early the next morning, Diesel crept.
Can I actually not skip this as well? That's a little bit.
He looked to see if
It's a
anyone
little bit
was
annoying,
around.
isn't it? No, I actually can't. Okay, we'll just have a chat while this guy's on then. Like that the faces don't move like the original series. Yeah, I think they've got the right balance between like keeping it faithful to like the newer CGI stuff, but also having some elements of it that are like the original series. Like in the menus, it's got the original Thomas and Friends theme. I can't play that though because I'll get arrested.
Won't be a really useful engine if he's late.
Can you get the trains to beatbox? Unfortunately not, no lights. Children's game, I know, I'm sorry.
Deviously.
It's in character for deals to go over red light. I know, I shouldn't be penalised for that. There's good storytelling. Which one is Diesel? Diesel is this one, Michael. This one is Diesel. It's based on a class 08, I believe. Which is also called, I believe, it's nicknamed a Gronk. I could have that wrong. I'm sure someone will correct me. Cam, welcome in. Is this not for kids? It is for kids. Yeah, this stream itself is not for kids though, because I'm an adult and I'm streaming for adults. If that makes sense. I play kids games sometimes because they're funny. I played the Peppa Pig game, which was really not worth my time actually. We played the Bluey game, which was actually quite good. We played Paw Patrol Grand Prix at one point, which again was definitely not worth my time. But I grew up with Thomas, so we're absolutely playing this. If that makes sense. The Bluey game, yeah, the Bluey game was so good, wasn't it? In fact, you know what? Fucking just come on. Let's just speed up a little bit here, because I'm probably going to mess this up again. Oh my god, Diesel takes a long time to brake. Oh my god, Jesus. Okay, Diesel takes a lot longer to slow down than Thomas does. Just to let you all know. Okay, right. We're going to sit and wait until the signal turns green. And you can see when the signal turns green, first of all, because that will turn green there, but also if you look at the very top right of the screen, or down there if you're looking on YouTube, you can see like a timeline almost of like the route ahead, and you can see there's a red signal. So it's yellow now, so off we pop. Lots of adults using adult words in here, folks. Please be careful. Yes, please do be careful. We're all adults in here. What a lad. If you play the Thomas music, they run you over with the train. That's absolutely true, no. It sounds like a nightmare. A little bit, doesn't it? I should give Diesel a toothpick to chew on. That'd be good, wouldn't it? It has to be a really big toothpick, though. It has to be like a cricket bat or something. Alright, let's move the free cam. Oh crap, I just moved the chat by accident. That's my fault. Some trains are Diesel, and the most they're treated to is a WD-40. I know. It's a shame, isn't it? Oh, crap. So I'm going really slow here because I don't want to derail. One recording that I was doing of the tutorial, I derailed. stuff. Is that... Yeah, it's automatically coupled. Okay. I think it's because I've got that setting on. So we need to go back up to the signal now. Bunch of bloody signals this time? Yeah. I know. Thanks, Tornado. I'm keeping an eye. Well, I didn't see where that signal was.
The Devious Diesel.
Where is it? Kids game.
Early the next morning, Diesel crept into the station.
There's a signal somewhere, Tornado. I didn't know where it was.
And saw that
I was
Thomas
looking
sitting
at the
outside
timeline on the
shed
top
dozing.
right, and I was like, isn't that
He
the signal that's
also
over there?
noticed that Annie and Clarabelle
We'll
were
never see
sleeping
Thomas.
too.
If I fail this one more
And an
time,
idea
it's going to be like
came to him.
the Simpsons Hit and Run. If you failed it so many times, you can skip the mission.
What
We'll
a
do
good
that.
idea.
If I
Diesel
fail this
thought
one
to
more
himself.
time, we'll just go and do the
If I
next
shove those
the next
rats
story.
under them, then Thomas will have to spend even more time getting them
So
back.
stupid. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Thomas won't be a really
Baby
useful
Infant
engine
Champ's
if he's
first
late.
toddler game for me.
And on his first day too.
I mean, if I'm
Chuckled Diesel
getting...
deviously. I must
If I'm
be
getting
careful
confused by
not to
this,
wake
then...
him, though.
Oh, God. Dread to think about it. Look, I'm a licensed train driver as well. See that? That means something. Right, off we go. Right, let's just ignore the speed limits this time and just... Come on. I'm so sorry, everyone. I should have played these ahead of time. The signals are there by the track. I did not see them. Okay. I don't know. My mistake. It's fine. Okay. Let's slow down a bit here. Daisy Maisie, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. How the devil are you? There is a name I've not heard in a long time. How you doing, Daisy? You alright? I've no idea how I lost my follow. I don't know. Don't worry about it. I didn't stream for like a year at one point, so I think a lot of people just unfollowed because they were like, oh, he doesn't stream anymore, which is totally fair, to be honest with you. It might have been that. I don't know. But welcome in. I hope you're doing good. And Matthew Rogers, thank you very much for following on TikTok. I should say, by the way, if anyone's watching on YouTube or Twitch, I am also streaming on TikTok, but I can't relay the chat from TikTok because they don't have a public API. But you can see all the messages from all platforms there or there, depending on what platform you're watching on. I'm waiting for the signal to turn. Okay, that's fine. Can you recreate Thomas and Gordon in Train Sim World 5? Carter, so I cannot recreate Gordon because Gordon is not in this. But we do have Thomas. So at some point, if I fail this mission one more time, we'll just skip the mission and we'll be driving with Thomas again. But Gordon is not in this, no. So there's Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle, Diesel, and Troublesome Trucks. That's all the characters that are in this. Why is the signal not changing? You can get Gordon out of Flying Scotsman. That's true. I wonder if anyone's made a livery of Gordon. Yeah, that's a... You probably have to give that a go, actually. I've got Flying Scotsman, haven't I? I think. Why is the signal... Is this... Right. I'm very cautious to pass this signal because I don't actually know what one red light and one flashing green light means. Okay, it's fine now. It's changed. It just took a minute. Alright, folks. That's an official document, folks. Yeah, it is. It's got the National Rail logo on it, so... Ooh, there's a bike there. There's a fellow on his bike. I didn't know that was a thing in this. Bike. feel like that's not right. Okay. Three bugs. 3 bugs, folks. I actually think the reason for them adding bicycles is because they're adding bicycles to the Dutch route that comes out next week, I believe. So there are bicycles in this now. It's very stereotypical of them to add bicycles just because they're releasing a Dutch route, but whatever. Are the troublesome trucks one character like a hive mind? I don't think so. No. Right. Wrong way. The fucking bell. Okay. Get that man cancelled. It's not good, is it? So now this signal in front of us is on yellow. I'm going really slowly regardless though, because I don't want to muck this up again. And get Gordon in the Creators Club. We might try that then. I'll see if I can do that. We'll see if we can get if at the end, if we've got time, we'll go into free mode and we'll get a Gordon Flying Scotsman. When I had, do you remember Brio? When I had Brio as a kid, my favourite one was Flying Scotsman. I had a Flying Scotsman. I loved it. It was so good. It's my absolute favourite. I think I've still got it. If you join lots of trucks together, do they become one creature with shared collective memory and personality? I don't believe they do, Nervo. I think, I'm fairly certain that is not the law of this. Brio di Trinero. That's really good, Lek. That's really good. Well done, you. Well done, you. Right. We're going to stop up here. Let's go a little bit faster now. Let's be a little bit cheeky with it. Get 3 Mark 1s and Thomas at the back. I cannot do that, I'm afraid. And the reason is you cannot mix Thomas characters with non-Thomas stock. The reason that they've given for that, I believe, is that they use a different braking system because the Thomas one uses a simplified braking system, so they're not compatible. I do believe that that is... I assume that is true. I don't know enough to dispute that. What I would probably also guess is that Mattel probably don't want Thomas characters coupled up to non-Thomas stock. Possibly that might be part of it, I don't know. But it feels like that's a possibility. Mattel are very, very particular about a lot of this kind of thing, to the point where I'm kind of surprised that this is actually a thing, because Mattel, they're very protective over their IP. So all the things that you can and can't do will have been approved by Mattel for sure. Wrong way. Wrong way, folks. Wrong way. Sorry, let me catch one chat. Iris, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Just give me 1 second. How are new trains born? I don't know. I wonder if there's lore of that. Can I go? I feel like I can go. Let's go. Yeah, we can go. Look, it's changed. Do I still use the Discord? So, not really, Daisy. The Discord server's still there, but I use it for like basically announcing when I'm live, which you'd probably get a Twitch notification for anyway. And if I post a new YouTube video, that's kind of it, really. It does not get much more use than that, which is fair. I don't stream all that much, like compared to what I used to at least. But I've never had the heart to like actually properly delete it. It lay dormant for a long time. At some point, I might open it back up if I'm gonna get more use out of it. Hi, mate. But I don't know. No crossbreeds. That's it. Yeah, that's right, Lep. If you want to word it like that, sure. I'm alright. Coming out the other side of an intense project. I'm glad to hear it, Iris. I hope it all went alright. I hope it wasn't too taxing and too stressful. From the... I'm not reading that out there. Never mind. I almost read it out. Nope, not happening. New tracks are born... No, sorry. New trains are born by landing on the tracks via lightning strike, fully naked like a Terminator. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know if there's actually a particular law behind a train being built. Look at him. Why is he sleeping at this time of day anyway? It's only... Oh, it's 5 AM to be fair. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Okay. Right. Let's stop here. Uncoupled vehicles. Is there another bicycle? There... Has he got the same... Has he got the same thing going on? No. Uncoupled vehicles. Right, where are we uncoupling? Here we go. Uncouple troublesome trucks. There we go. Stop at location. Okay, back we go. Once again. Signals on yellow, so let's go. You can have day out with Thomas in Train Sim 5. Yeah. You can do it if you've got, or like you can use it in any of the DLC that you've got. So like, I don't know. Say you want Thomas to run on the West Coast Main Line or whatever. You can do that. You just go in free mode and just spawn in Thomas. It's great. You can, and there's also, you can use Thomas in Scenario Planner, so you can make your own scenarios with Thomas. You can't actually like add narration or like change his face or anything like that. But you can get an approximation, I suppose, using the Scenario Planner, which I've never used myself. It's a little bit complicated for me. Okay, let's stop here. Yoga, I'm not reading that out. Thank you very much for your comment. I appreciate that. It was, but I got some comp time, which is nice. That is good. I'm glad to hear that you're getting some time off at least. It's the least you deserve. Right, let's just keep an eye on this, shall we? Yoga, I'm not going to read that out, but that really did make me smile. Well done, you. Well done, you. Right. I'm going to wait for this to turn a different colour. Because I don't trust it. Do I trust it? No, I don't trust it. I'm not risking it. Oh, apparently I can trust it now because it's gone. So is that? I don't have a clue. Apparently that's... I'm not up to date with my signalling, I'm afraid. Speaking of Thomas, have you seen the film Bullet Train 2022? I haven't. Yogurt was talking about that earlier. What is it? What is that film? Is it actually about Thomas? Let me just point out this person over here is on a bicycle but also T-posing. There you go. Just that's 4 bugs. Take a picture of that. Lovely stuff. None of the bugs so far actually detrimental to the gameplay itself, though, which I will take. I will take that. There's nothing like horrifically game-breaking. It's just a few weird. You don't. That's ruined your immersion. I'm sorry, then. I'm so sorry. This is going really. Should we speed up a little bit? Can't wait for another mission where we just fucking going for it. You know. There's real layers to that joke we just done. What joke? You did a joke? Doesn't sound like you. I'm not going to say more, you just have to watch it. Okay, you know I don't watch films though, so that's probably not going to happen, but it might happen. If it's got trains in it, I'm a little bit more inclined. Okie dokie. Lovely stuff. Is that coupled automatically? It has. Okie dokie. There's no signal here, I believe. So I think we can just go. Fingers crossed. I was really settled in this world with huge anthropomorphic trains with lovely kissable lips and moving eyes. Right. Okay, let. God, the way the camera does that does annoy me a little bit. Here we go. It's set on the train, okay. Is it like Speed, but set on a train? The train that couldn't slow down. No? So, despite me earlier saying you'd probably get about 3 hours of gameplay out of this, I think if you're failing it multiple times like I am, you're probably going to get about 5 days out of it, to be perfectly honest. That's it, no more. Toward the end. Okay. I'm interested. Okay, we now have to wait for the signal to change once again. Some of Speed is set on a train, is it? I've never seen it, so... All my knowledge of Speed is literally from that one thing from The Simpsons. So... You know. Whatever. You give me a moment, folks. Sorry. I'm going to show you all something. I want your thoughts on it. This is going to age some of you, I think, and some of you won't know what I'm talking about. I mean, some of you might remember. I think most of you will know what I'm talking about, if you're in the UK at least, and probably a couple of other countries had it. So, what you used to be able to do on TV is access something called teletext, okay? You all know teletext? There was a section in teletext, I think the ITV one, called Frame It, okay? It's called Frame It. And what you did is basically, it was kids who sent in pictures to teletext, and what they would do is they would have like an artist at teletext who would basically trace over it in like the teletext pixel blocky kind of art. Is anyone familiar with this before I carry on with this? Before I carry on with this story, so that's yellow then. Okay, I will make a note of that. You have no memory of that? You kind of remember this? I'm surprised you have no memory of that then. You're old enough. You're old enough as well, no, but if you remember, that's fine. So, when I was 5, okay, so this would have been in... I turned 5 at the end of 2001, so this would have been sort of mid-2002. I sent in I sent in a drawing that I did of Thomas the Tank Engine, okay, to this Frame It thing. And they put my drawing on teletext, right? Well, not only did they put my drawing on teletext, I have photographic proof that they put my drawing on teletext, okay? Gus, it's not going to be out until about 5 PM UK time on Steam, I'm afraid. That's just one of the few drawbacks of being on PC. So, 5 PM, I believe it is. It should be out by then. Welcoming, by the way. There's going to be an East Coast Mainline Diesel Rail Tour back in April. Yeah, it should be good. I'll give that a stream. I should give that a stream when it comes out. Because I think I like that. I like the East Coast Mainline stuff in this. I'm a big fan of it. Let me just ace this before I carry on with this story. It's like when I got that poem in that book when I was a nipper. Yeah. So I'm going to show you the drawing, okay, that I sent into teletext and that they put on teletext. However, you're going to look at it, okay, and you're going to see an incredibly glaring omission that I made, or omissions that I made, in the drawing of Thomas, okay? See if you can spot it. It's not bad. It is missing some incredibly obvious features that for some reason when I was drawing this just didn't bother with. And I remember specifically not bothering drawing them because I was sort of like, I think I just generally didn't know how to. If I ever drew Thomas the Tank Engine, that is what he looked like. Okay. I've never been a good drawer. I've never been a good artist. Okay. But there was something, for some reason, I just couldn't draw the dome and the funnel. September the 1st. Yeah, so that's September the 1st is when I sent that in. Well, it's not when I sent it in, it's when they published it. So that's September the 1st, 2002. No train tracks. Fuck off. Honestly, I was fucking 5 years old, mate. Seriously, get a grip. Okay, let's not go. Because, okay, love the idea of your family gathered around teletext and that pops up. Yeah, well, yeah, my mum encouraged me to send it in because I used to, like, okay, when I was a kid, I wouldn't say obsessed, but I really, really liked teletext. Okay. I don't know why. There was something about teletext that really interested, and still to an extent now, still does. I should also say, for transparency, I am on a waiting list to get an assessment for autism. And if I have that assessment, and they come back and say, like, yeah, you've got autism, then it's quite possible that it's something to do with that. But I fucking loved teletext when I was a kid, and I thought I'd send something in, so I could be on teletext, and then I was made up when that picture came up. I'm gonna get rid of it. I was made up. I was so happy. Okay. I was just unbelievably thrilled at the idea of people seeing my drawings of Thomas the Tank Engine on teletext. Guy went to college, we did a teletext footy jersey, very good. Do you want to see something? I got this after Christmas because it was on sale. Oh, we're still going. Keep going, mate. I got this. Oh, fucking NVIDIA background removal. It's a teletext Christmas jumper, okay? And it's not just a teletext Christmas jumper, it's a Bamboozle Christmas jumper. And a Bamboozle was on the Channel 4 teletext, and it was a quiz that they had every day. And every day as a kid, I did that quiz. You like it? It's good, isn't it? Like fucking NVIDIA background removal, honestly. If I wore it like that, and then it says Merry Christmas, for fuck's sake. It does look like a skinner. It does a little bit, yeah. It says Merry Christmas on it. December 25th. It's got like the little. Oh, this is absolutely useless. Me showing it on the stream right now. And then on the back it says Happy Holidays, and it's got like. It says Christmas Train on page 222. You can't see this though. I might have to put a link in the chat of where I got it. Edgy Shadow, welcome in. How you doing? I'll find a link for it. Oh, wrong way. Excuse me. Did you all like that? Let me get the speed picking up a little bit, and then I'll tab out and quickly teletext. Here you go. I'll have to do it on both platforms, won't I? There you go. And that's for Twitch. That's where I bought it. They haven't got many sizes now though, but you might be able to get it somewhere else. But they're literally out of stock in every size apart from one. You might be able to get it on another website though. I think Zavvi, if you remember Zavvi. I think you can get it on Zavvi. Honestly, I thought Zavvi had stopped a long time ago. But yeah. So I loved teletext. I was absolutely distraught when they got rid of teletext. Because growing up, we only had 4 channels. We had BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and Channel 4. We didn't even get a Channel 5 signal, really. It was like come and go. You couldn't sit and watch a full thing on Channel 5. It just didn't work. So teletext was like most of my entertainment back then. I used to read all the news. This is from like a young. I must have been like literally like 4 or 5 years old. I started doing this, reading all the news, not really understanding the news, of course. Like looking at the football stuff and like the Bamboozle quiz and all that sort of thing. I did it all. Right, come on, speed up a little bit. There we go. Nice. Now we've got to wait for this again. Right, there we go. Did you read the footy gossip pages? Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. My morning routine was to go on the TV. I used to watch the Hoobs on Channel 4, okay, at 6 AM. I used to get up at 6 AM, used to watch the Hoobs on Channel 4, okay. I think 2 episodes of the Hoobs. And then there was a bit of a dead air time where I would go to CFAX, which is the BBC teletext. I would do all the stuff on CFAX, okay, that I wanted to. I'd read news and the sport and everything like that. And then I go into the ITV teletext and I do all of it on there because it's slightly different. And then I go to the Channel 4 one and I do the Bamboozle one. And by the time I'd done all of that and had a bit of breakfast and stuff, I'd watch, God, what would it have been? Everyone Loves Raymond, I think, at that point on Channel 4. And then Frasier. And then I think they also showed Friends at that point as well. Now, that was like my morning routine as a kid. You're so proud to be having Sky TV. Yeah. We never had anything like that. Even now, we don't have, like, well, I don't watch TV myself anymore, but, like, my mum, we just have Freeview, and that's it. But we had 4 channels. We had BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, Channel 4. That's all we had. So, We didn't have 5. We didn't have Milkshake on Channel 5 or anything like that. We just didn't get the signal for it. What else didn't we have? We didn't have loads of stuff. We weren't poor. We just didn't have it. We just weren't particularly bothered. And then I used to go around to my grand's in Liverpool, and it was just this totally alien world because they had like a skybox. It's just this totally alien world where we could watch like Takeshi's Castle and all that sort of thing. It was a challenge. Nice. Is this the end of the mission yet? Oh my god. So much gameplay. That it?
Let's see what's atop of Hat thinks of Thomas now.
Bloody hell. Sorry about that.
And he whispered to Annie and Clarabelle. Sleep tight, ladies.
That's menacing.
And as quietly as he could, Diesel scuttled away.
See, it didn't trust me to do that, did it? I got an achievement for that. You can recreate Flight 93's flight path in Microsoft Flight Sim. Nice! In the new Flight Sim, the one that came out a few months ago. I've not played that since it came out, unfortunately. Let's do the next one. So, I can't remember who it was that wanted to see Thomas and the whistle and stuff like that. We'll do that now. Confusion and Delay. Stream title, by the way.
Confusion and Delay.
I did it. That's on Twitch, at least.
A few hours later,
Prem
Thomas
Ace ship
awoke,
set for
tired,
Shock United
but
Switch.
excited
Yeah,
for the day
I remember
ahead.
that. It was all nonsense for the
All
most part.
around the station and took in all the new
Sorry,
sights
let me
and
finish
sounds
this and
in
I'll catch
front
up on
of him.
chat.
He then spoke to Annie and Clarabelle. Morning, Annie.
Oh wait, can I move the
Morning,
camera?
Clarabelle.
No.
But there was no reply. Thomas looked over and realized his friends were no longer beside him.
Dun dun dun.
Annie? Clarabelle? Where are you? He suddenly heard a chorus of voices from a nearby siding.
Over there, look.
Bust my buffers, he cried.
Bust my buffers.
How did
What's
you
your
get
language,
over
Thomas,
there?
actually, you little...
Don't worry,
Sorry.
I'm coming to get you.
Little prick. Sorry.
Looks like those
Okay.
troublesome trucks are still in
Let me
the
catch
way.
up on chat. This
We need
hat
to move
is
them
so
before we
small.
can rescue Annie and Clarabelle.
Channel 4 used to have The Simpsons, but now it's on E4. Yeah, I remember Simpsons on Channel 4. I used to love that. Do you remember when The Simpsons was on BBC 2 before Channel 4? I remember that. That's how old I am. Then it was on. I used to watch Simpsons on Channel 4 at 6 p.m. and then at 6:30, between 6:30 and 7, there was nothing good on. I didn't like Hollyoaks. There was probably news on ITV, and then I think on like BBC 2 it would have been fucking Strictly Condensing It Takes Two or whatever. And then at 7 we watched like Emmerdale and stuff. But we legally have to watch Emmerdale here because we live like right next to the set. So, doxed. Right, let's go. Who wants to hear Thomas's whistle? You ready? There are variations of it as well. He seems to be doing that one over and over again. There you go, there's a different one. Okay. There's like 3 or 4 different ones. Can Tomo do a Chinley Wallop? He can't, unfortunately, no. He can't. Me and my friends would have killed Diesel with hammers, I can tell you that much. Good stuff, Knights. Very brave of you to say that. Loved Thomas the Tank Engine when I was a kid. Had lots of Thomas Merchant books. Me too. I actually have a book. I have the book Really Useful Engines, signed by Christopher Audrey, who I met at the National Railway Museum at one point. And I remember meeting him, and This guy he was like behind a desk, like saying hello to me, wanting to shake my hand and stuff. I had no fucking clue who he was. I must have been like 6 or 7, but I was a very shy kid, and this was just like a guy. And then my mum was like, he wrote that book that I was holding, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And I have got that book somewhere. I haven't got a picture of it, unfortunately. It'll be in the loft. But I do have... So I'm right in saying that's yellow, yeah, it is. I do have that book. It's the really useful... I think it's the first one that he authored after he took over from his dad, I believe. And I had all the Brio stuff. I had a Thomas... I had a turntable, which I loved to bits. It was like one of my favourite things. And I also had like a water tower, I believe, like a Sodor water tower, which I also liked. But I had loads of little Thomas wooden Brio. I used to get them from the Early Learning Centre, if you remember that. I think this is the thing, but I think it's part of like Mother Care or something now. But yeah. So I'm not reading the Outdoor Nerd, but good stuff. Lightning Dash, welcome in. How you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, I went the wrong way. Bloody hell. Sorry about that, folks. Mixed up accelerate and brake. It's my fault.
Confusion and delay.
Okay, stopping at the signal. Let's go forward now. Let me just double check to make sure the signal here is actually... Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? Okay, let's go. So for those who haven't seen it, this is the inside of Thomas's cab. Unfortunately, these levers and doohickeys and stuff are not interactive. Personally, I wish they were, but I understand why they haven't done it, because it is meant for kids, I guess. I think what might have happened is that they have underestimated the size of the audience of, like, adults who would play this, possibly. Because a lot of it is obviously very simplified, but there's no option to make it more complex if you want that, which I don't know if they're going to add that in the future. I think they've got a lot of feedback from people asking for that, so it might be a thing that they add in the future, I don't know. I think that would be nice personally, but all these things work, so that's the speed that we're doing currently. This one. But it is literally, I mean, you can keyboard it, it's A to go and D to brake, and if I'm reversing it's D to go and A to brake. There is also H, which turns on the front headlight, if you can see that there, flashing on and off there. But that's pretty much it, I think. It's very simplified. Steady on. So, what are we doing? Hang on. Let me go over to this signal so I can see what's going on. I always wanted that one that put balls in his back, where it goes under the bit and drops stuff. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I don't think I had that one, unfortunately. I don't think I had that one. I would have liked that one, I think. Let's pick up a bit of speed, shall we? Can you feed Thomas snacks? You can't, unfortunately. None of the fire stuff or anything like that works, sadly. It's kind of a shame, but I keep having to remind my every time there's like a feature in it that I'm like, or there's not a feature in it that I would want, I sort of have to remind myself and be like, this is for kids. Tim Davis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Make a bit of speed here, come on. Bark, welcome in. I choose you. Solid reference, Bark. How you doing? You alright? Are you good?
The track is clear now, so we can go and collect Annie and Clarabelle.
Yeah, that guy. Okay, uncouple vehicle. Oh, where are we? Where the hell is it? Put my camera there. Here we go. Uncouple. We got it all the way back. I'm just going to double check this is... Yeah, that's fine. They missed the chance to do the Bluebell Railway. Yeah, I think a lot of the feedback that I've heard so far is pretty much people just wishing there was a bit more to it in terms of like maybe more characters or personally like my inner child, if they had like a fictional Sodor line, it would be so good. I think again, this is pure speculation. I think because it is meant to be a simulator, they're possibly just trying to stick to real world locations. I mean, they're probably stretching simulator a little bit with like adding Thomas and stuff with simplified controls. People got very mad about that, as if this was like forced upon them, which I didn't quite understand. But I don't know. I think it would be nice if, just personally, I think it'd be nice if there was like a fictional Sodor, one of the lines, or like you said, like the Bluebell Railway or something like that. But I don't know if it's a priority for them. It's a lot. The thing is, if they'd have made like a whole new route for this DLC, it wouldn't have come out for like months. Because the route is what, as far as I'm aware, is what takes the longest to make. And they'd have to go back and forth with Mattel a lot in terms of like how it looks and what's where and all that sort of thing, that it might have just been a bit too much. You might have just been biting off too much. Whereas I think with this, I think it's perfectly sized. It is, you know, it's a little bit of a shame that you have to have a different DLC for the stories to work, but at the same time, it's good that they've made a bundle for it, and that bundle is the price of one regular DLC. So I think that's all right. Nice.
Hello, you two. It's good to see you're both okay. But how did you get here? We don't know, Thomas, cried Annie. Perhaps an engine from this railway put us here, thinking we were just ordinary coaches. That is strange, said Thomas, puzzled. Maybe it was by accident.
Sorry, just showing off some of the
But we can't stand here all
the
day,
models.
he added. We still have a lot to do before the special event tonight, and now we're running late, so we need to hurry.
They look great, honestly. Like, to be fair, they've done a really good job with like how it looks and stuff. You can see that they showed this on the stream last night that they did, that like you can actually see like the metal like paneling that they've painted over with this. If you look sort of at the right angle on this, like that, you can actually see like the different panels and stuff. Like, it's really good attention to detail. Cotton Eye Joe Mama, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you very much for the raid, mate. Oh, how's it going, folks? How are we doing? Who have we got? We've got Adam. Welcome in, mate. Seamus Marsamaro, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologise if I'm not. How are we all doing? Are we good? What were you streaming, mate? Let me give you a shout out. Hang on. Let me go back to Twitch. Just give me a second, folks. Sorry, folks. Is it SO? Is it shout out? Cotton Eye Joe Mama. I'm not following you. I'm so sorry, mate. I've fixed that now. Love a bit of train content, I see. Mate, we're all about trains here. We're fucking train mad. Big train botherers in the chat. It's good stuff. Not bad, how are you? I'm doing alright, thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. What were you playing? What were you up to? Sorry, let me catch up on chat. Just back from seeing Nana Bark. Tide doing alright? You good? Yeah, I'm doing alright, thank you, Bark. I hope you're doing alright. Oh, I said you're doing alright, so that's good. Can I see your credentials, please? Yeah, you can. Here's my credentials, everyone. I'm an official train driver. You can see that. It is real. It is legit. You can tell because there's the National Rail logo at the bottom there. And it's got my face on it. Which eagle-eyed viewers will know is one of my emotes from God knows how long ago. Yeah. And I do all my own shunts. And I've got a conductor set. I've also got a high-vis jacket that I've not bothered to put on. But whatever. Sorry. Let me catch up. John Mum's a wonderful streamer. Highly recommend him. I mean, anyone who's got the Shimus seal of approval is getting a follow from me. Let's be honest. Let's be perfectly honest. Very good bit of YouTubing in that. Thank you. Just watching nonsense and music stuff, really. That's good. I loved that for you. You just give me 1 second while I remember the controls. I just heard a bike. So, folks who've just come in, Adamification, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Anyone who's just come in, we are playing. I don't think I'd ever thought I'd say this. We're playing the Thomas and Friends DLC for Train Sim World 5, which comes out today. Full disclaimer that they have given me the key for this. I did get it for free. They've not got any editorial control over anything I say or do. All my thoughts are my own. I'm quite happy to top up the amount of bugs that I've seen in it. So, you know, I'm not... what's the word? A shill. Is that the word? Let me just have a drink for first, folks. I should also say, this stream is not suitable for children. Be a lot of effing and jeffing in here. And also, I'm co-streaming, that's not the right word, multi-streaming. So I am also streaming on YouTube and TikTok. You'll be able to see everyone's combined messages there. It's not particularly busy though, but this is a good thing. So it's you know, it's not going a million miles an hour, which is nice because it stresses me out when that happens. Sorry, let me catch up on chat. Have you been to Scotland? Because you've been there. I've never been to Scotland. No, I would like to. I think at some point, maybe in the next couple of years, I'd like to go to Scotland. I've never been though. I think the furthest north I've been is like I've been to like Penrith and Carlisle sort of area. Fucking bike again. But no, I've never been to Scotland, unfortunately. I've been to Wales. I've been to a few other places, but never Scotland. Right, let's drive this. Come on, folks. You come from a train family? My uncle drove for Amtrak. Oh, really? Nice. Well, that's pretty good. There's quite a few of the American DLCs in this that I enjoy. We did the... I've forgotten the name of it now. Boston MBTA DLC that we did a few months ago that I really enjoyed. There's a lot that I've not tried yet though, which I probably need to get around to doing at some point. I tend to stick with the UK ones because it's just what I'm most familiar with. Just, can the camera stop doing that, please? Let's just stay like this. First time I've seen Thomas in the game other than as a dragon replacement in Skyrim. I know, I was thinking about this. There's not many like Thomas video games, is there? Or things with Thomas in. Which is why I'm... surprised is the wrong word, but like... Is it surprised? I'll just say surprised. It's why I'm surprised that Mattel have allowed Dovetail to use the Thomas stuff. Because they're very, I was saying earlier, Mattel are really sort of like particular and finicky about their stuff, which, you know, they're well within their rights to do that. So it was a little bit of a surprise. But I'm not complaining, because my inner 5-year-old is just getting so much enjoyment right now. Sorry, let me catch up again. Used to love Thomas. Didn't we? Who didn't love Thomas as a kid? Let's be honest. Some fucking grumpy guts is gonna come in now and be like, oh, Thomas was crap. Thomas was not crap. Get a grip. Thomas Alduin is a legend. Do you think you can run over the cyclists? Probably not without modding it, Yoga. Although there's a bug in this game where every now and then a passenger will just walk onto the tracks. It is possible that could happen with a cyclist. I don't know. It's possible. Wisecrack, thank you for the follow, mate. Welcome in. How's it going? Sorry, I'm still catching up on chat here. I was conceived with a train being ran, but my mother doesn't like to talk about it too much. Good stuff, Wisecrack. Is that your first message in this channel as well? My great uncle was a brakeman during World War II, and at BNSF after that as well. Oh, I love that. See, I don't think, aside from like being into Thomas as a kid, I didn't. I'm being taken to the National Railway Museum like constantly as a kid because it's only in York. I didn't have much experience of like, you know, trains and stuff. So I sort of lost my kind of train interest when I got to like maybe like 9 or 10 years old, and then last year it came back massively because we were fucking about in Minecraft making like real life trains in Minecraft, and it sort of spiraled out of control from there. So I'm what's the word? Like relapsed. A relapsed train botherer. Alright, let's break. There we go. Any narration? Here we go.
Thomas arrived at the platform, and the passengers began to climb aboard Annie and Clarabelle. As he was waiting, Mr. Peters walked up and greeted him warmly. Morning, Thomas.
Morning, Thomas.
I hope you and your coaches are feeling well rested and ready for work. Good morning, Mr. Peters, sir.
Mark Morahan, the narrator, by the way, if you missed that earlier. I don't know why there's someone stood in Thomas there. That's a bug. Is that number 5? Bug number 5. I'll take a screenshot of that when it comes back. Someone stood in Thomas there. I think it's my driver. I think it's me. Yeah, that is me. I'm stood in Thomas there.
Puff Thomas.
Never mind.
Mr. Peters smiled.
Sorry, let me catch up on chat.
Engine, he said. Our passengers are our top priority here on the West Somerset Railway.
Might have been too girly for Thomas as a child, but my brothers loved him, so I have a soft spot for him. That's fair. It was kind of seen as like a boys thing, wasn't it? It's kind of stupid.
We'll make sure they all have a great time.
You know, that's just how it was, wasn't it?
That's what I like to hear.
Then in the Thomas movie, they added Lady.
It looks like you're almost
if anyone remembers that. Anyone remember the Thomas movie with Alec Baldwin?
Find you later and see how you're getting on.
One of the rare Alec Baldwin movies where he doesn't kill someone. No, sorry.
And walked away to attend to other things.
Good film. What else? Who was in it as well? Mara Wilson.
Thomas was still waiting for the last of the passengers to get on board, and he was eager to set off. Luckily, he didn't have to wait for long.
Yeah, not on VHS. We had it on VHS. Good movie.
It looks like everyone's on board, called Clarabelle.
Sorry to any Alec Baldwin fans watching. It's just a joke.
We're ready to go now, Thomas, said Annie.
Mr. Peters looks like he'd rather be working in Formula One.
Good,
I can't get over Dutchy saying that Mr. Peters looks like a Fallout 4 character. He looks exactly like a Fallout 4 character. You ban Wisecrack immediately just to be safe. I'll think about it, Shimmers. Thanks for the advice, mate. Thanks for the backseat modding. Tom H356, thank you for the follow, mate. Welcome in. How's it going? Every time I scroll up and someone sends a message, it scrolls back down to the bottom again. It seriously pisses me off. I'm trying to catch up on chat. People keep saying stuff. Can you all shut up for a minute while I... Good Irish lad, I'm sure. Yeah, we got a huge Irish contingent in here now. Probably like half the stream is just Irish people. It's not a bad thing. I don't know why I said that with like a bit of a scornful sort of expression on my face. Got no problem with that. That was the first film I ever saw. Projector failed halfway through, so my dad had to watch it 1.5 times. It's a very confusing film, and I never got it as a kid. And it's not just because it was a combination of like the Thomas the Tank Engine, you know, the UK one, and then the Shining Time Station, which was like the American one with George Carlin. I also found out a few months ago when I was looking into this that basically they'd finished the film with a completely different villain, okay, called P.T. Boomer. And they did test screenings for kids, and kids found this guy too scary. I don't know why. It's just a guy dressed up in like a biker's outfit. It's really actually incredibly tame. But apparently kids were so scared by it that they completely got rid of that villain, okay, and then rewrote it so the villain is actually Diesel 10. But they had like basically no time to do that. So half the story just doesn't make any sense. It's weird. But if you ever watched it as a kid and you were just like, this doesn't make any sense, it's because it doesn't make any sense. It's not because you're a stupid kid. It might have been part... You might have been a stupid kid, but it wasn't because you're a stupid kid.
Meanwhile, Diesel was thinking of more
he did
ways
strangle
to
someone in the
get
VO
Thomas
booth
into
just so he
trouble.
could meet his quota.
Willington Station. He saw the station master talking to one of the fireworks.
Oh, God. What would the collective Alec Baldwin fans be named? I don't know. Should we Google it?
Diesel kept listening until he suddenly noticed a particular line of trucks waiting in the siding. They were waiting for Thomas to collect them and take them to the party. Diesel eyed the trucks with interest.
I don't know. If anyone's got any funny names for that, Gooners, good stuff. Anyone got anything better than that? He looks like Deacon. He does look like Deacon, doesn't he?
Thomas is so special.
You're right.
Let's see how he feels when his precious fireworks train is misplaced.
P.T. Flea?
He said slyly to himself.
What? The Baldies? Oh, I get it now. Sorry, Sorry, I just thought Bark was saying Baldos to Nightlights because Nights is bald.
And began to put his plan into action.
Aaron W, welcome in. This voice PMO. There'll be no Mark Morahan disrespecting here, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you don't like the voice acting. Unless it's that specific voice, in which case that's totally valid. I will hear nothing against the voice acting, though. Right, back we go. So this is Diesel, if anyone remembers that. From way back when. Just the specific voice, that's fair. That's fair. I'll pass on your feedback. I'll pass it on to the right people. That one specific voice really pissed off Aaron W. They hated it. I've overshot it. He takes so long to break. Right. I've got to wait for this signal now. I asked ChatGPT and it said that alcohol. It's quite good. It's actually quite good, Knights. Unless Alec Baldwin isn't an alcoholic, is he? Was he? Is he? Because if he is, that's actually really offensive, Nightlights. I'm going to ban you for that. I don't know though. George's boss spotting channel. Hello, welcome in. How you doing? Lovely to see you. Why is this signal not? I'm just going to move forward a little bit in the hopes that it. Oh, apparently it has. Wait, is that? I don't understand semaphore signals. I'm basing it off the thing at the top right. I'm sorry. Is the Fat Controller in it? Yes, he is. He is called Sir Topham Hatt, though. I don't think they call him the Fat Controller anymore, because... There's no way for me to say why he's not called the Fat Controller anymore without sounding like a weird right-wing grifter, is there? But I don't know. I think it's the more PC thing to call him, isn't it? I don't actually know. I think they might still call him that. I haven't got a clue. Woke nonsense, says Tournament TV. Yeah. It's just yeah. I've seen people say that, like unironically, and I've got to set the junction. Here we go. Hello. Oh, there we go. Oh, what is that doing? That is wrong, isn't it? That's right. They call the Fat Controller behind his back these days. Yeah, that's right. Remember when we used to play Where's Baldo with Knights? Yeah, good times. Good times. Uncouple vehicles. Right, hang on a second. What are we doing here? Fireworks trucks. All of them? Just here specifically? Okay, fair enough. Right, where are we going? Sorry. TN means it. That is true. Yeah. I'm just so desensitized to everything TN says that I just have to say to myself, he's just joking. He's just joking. Otherwise, I end up feeling quite a bit of despair, to be honest with you. Just making sure I don't go past this red signal over here. Is there not a thing controller as well? I don't know. There should be. That's real equality, isn't it? You have the Fat Controller, you also have the Thing Controller to balance it out. They should have done that. If there's not, I'll pass on your feedback. Could you get this thing up to 125 miles an hour? Probably not. Probably, what time is it? Okay. Oh shit. I might finish this scenario, and then I might do a little free roam thing, and we'll see how far... I'll see how fast we can get Thomas to go. Diesel only goes like 30 miles an hour max or something like because he's just a shunter. I think Thomas can go up to like 50 or 60 depending on where you go. I think if we take Thomas... If I take Thomas to the top of the Bernina line or whatever it's called. Bernina line? Hardly know a line. We could see how fast we can get Thomas before he derails. But they don't go terribly fast in this. Definitely not 125 miles an hour, I don't think. I think the fastest that I got in the tutorial, because you can go a bit faster in there, I think the fastest I got was about 60 something miles an hour, I believe. I don't know. Something like that. Should have been banned years ago, really? I know. I should have banned you. Do you remember what stream I was doing? Tall Nerd, when you came in for the first time? It was Football Manager. And I remember every time I streamed Football Manager and someone new came in, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Because you got all the sort of footy banter lads coming in. And then you came in and I was like, oh god, not another one. I should have just banned you there. There and then. Shouldn't I? Let's be honest. Uncouple them. Right. Let's go. We need a derailing mod so it works like Burnout. In what sense, sorry? FM's goated, it really is, isn't it? All of my most played games on Steam are just Football Manager. I used to stream it a lot, but not anymore. Not anymore. It's a bit of a stream killer, I find, unfortunately. There's only so much of, like, me mucking about with Bradford City in League 2 that people can take before they just get incredibly bored. Which I kind of understand. Just gotta wait here for the signal. You thought a fella called Tall Nerd was going to be full of that footy banter? You'd have been absolutely right. Yeah. You are, aren't you? Have you seen your YouTube channel, Tall Nerd, that you said you're going to upload on and you've never done anything on it? Get to it. I want to see your fantasy football stuff. Oh, the crash physics? Yeah, that'd be good. You spent over 1% of your life on FM? Yeah, I've probably spent... Yeah, that's probably about right. I think there's like 3 of the FM games that I've got over 1,000 hours. I think of like my top 10 games that I've played on Steam, in terms of like hours played, Football Manager is like 8 of them, or 9 of them. It's quite ridiculous. Having said that, I have got I pre-ordered Football Manager 24 and I've never played it. I bought it and I've just not played it. I've just never been in the mood to start a Football Manager 24 playthrough. So it's been a while. The last time I played Football Manager properly was when I did the Bradford City stuff, which was early 2023. Remember that, folks? Chris Tingle. And our Azerbaijan wonder kid, who like broke all the records and stuff. We won the Premier League. Never won the Champions League though, unfortunately. As it turns out, me and Nubbo immediately hit it off. Yeah, it's because you're both tall and you both have nerd in your name. Because that was before you turned up, Tall Nerd. Nerdmo was like one of Nerdmo's main characteristics is that they were tall. We sort of disappeared when you turned up. You sort of took that from them. Right, let's go. Oh no, that's red! Okay. Sorry. Nearly fucked up. You got 665 hours on 24. I think I've got like 2. I've got a lot on 23 though. I don't know how much. I think I had 23 on Game Pass, so I don't think I've got like a thing that tells me how much. Padge, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. You have a friend like that, and our theory is he loves the power fantasy of taking his lost streaking team IRL to the championship final. Well, it just streams Football Manager, or just plays Football Manager all the time. You put a suit on for a UCL final. God, I don't think I've ever done that. Was there anything stupid I did when I streamed Football Manager? Someone will remember, like Tall Nerd will probably remember if there was something stupid that I did. I can't recall me doing anything daft. Not that wearing a suit for a UCL finals, well, it is daft, but it's not. I don't mean that in like a bad way. You know what I mean? Is the signal just gonna not move? Hello? Or is it already yellow and we can go? It's so daft, I don't care though. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, we're not gonna go. Okay, whatever. We fucked it up. It's fine. Look, let's go into main menu. Let's go into free roam and see how fast we can get Thomas going. All right, and then I'm gonna probably wrap up in a bit. I'll come back. We'll do some more of this though. I'll maybe come back possibly tomorrow, and we'll maybe see if we can finish it. So we did We didn't do the tutorials, but we did Thomas's Arrival, Devious Diesel, Confusion and Delay. So there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more scenarios left to do. So there's quite a decent bit of content in it. Like any gimmicks, yeah, Tall Nerd. I guess I had the pre-match music. I had the goal music. I had the weird advertisements for Mum and Pop's Pop-Up Lollipop Shop, which was our sponsor at that point. I never had much else, though. Okay, actually, I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to trains, choose a route. Let's see how fast we can get it going on this. Before it derails, at least. Which will probably be immediately, but whatever. You had a great time today? Diesel's a prick? Diesel is a prick. Absolutely right. They were great. That was a strong product. It was good, wasn't it? It was good. Alright, so. Hospizio Berlin. Hardly know her. So, you can just spawn in Thomas the Tank Engine. So, we'll spawn in Thomas and 10 troublesome trucks. How about that? How about that? Here we go. Here we go. So I think we need to set path. We do. So I need to go set path, and I'll just put it all the way down here. Not that we're going to get down there. Confirm. There's someone walking up to platform. That's fine. Okay, right, folks. How fast do you think we can go in kilometers an hour before we derail? 10. Yeah, 10. I reckon we can probably get to about 80? No. 80, maybe? I think we could possibly get to about 80 kilometers an hour. Bear in mind that this is set on a mountain, and so, like, it's got some ridiculously stupid turns and stuff. 42 says night lights. Let's find out. Is this the first time for some of these guys? Absolutely is, Leopard. Yeah. You've got Thomas and 10 troublesome trucks, and we've got a breakdown at the end as well. So we're already at 42 night lights, and we've not even left the station yet. So night lights is out. Let's go down here. Here we go. Are there any downhill bits? This entire route is downhill, Tall Nerd. This entire route is downhill. A million, says Leopard. So it's 74 already. Did I say like 80? Okay, so we're probably going to pass 80. It's just how fast we're going to get probably before we get to that incredibly curvy bit. $110 to Tall Nerd. It should. We should start. Oh, there we go. That was 80. Is that not what I said? 80. Right. Let's try it again, but let's maybe do it without literally just Thomas. How about that? Just Thomas, and that's it. He's going the wrong way. Okay. Delete train. Thomas. But he flew away. Gearoid, welcome in, mate. Thank you for the follow the other day, by the way. I appreciate that. Sorry I couldn't say because I mean, I wasn't live at that point, but thank you. Right. Oh, we need to do a set waypoint, set path even. Let's just put it there. Right. 80 is the number to beat. Okay. Let's see if we can go any faster without all of the everything else. Jamie, welcome in. How's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. And Flying Fox as well. Flying Fox 53, welcome in. How are we doing? We're just stress testing Thomas at the moment. We're going to see how fast he can go before he derails. So he's already at 85 now. 90. 93. Look at him go. Having a great time? I'm glad. It's what this DLC is for. It's just to see how... Well, it doesn't even fit because this is a narrow gauge railway. So that's 90... What the hell? 97. 97 is how fast we go. I wonder if we can get it faster if we go on the Birmingham one. Possibly. Let me just Google something. Is it Licky Incline? I'm trying to figure out which direction the Licky Incline goes. If we wanted to go down, someone else will know this, I'm sure. If we wanted to go down the Licky Incline, where do we have to start from, and where are we ending? We're coming from Birmingham, aren't we? If I've got that right. Where's Birmingham? Birmingham? Because it's this, isn't it? So we want to start here, Barnt Green, I would imagine. Unless we pick up some speed at Longbridge. Let's try this. Glad you're enjoying it. It's really good, honestly. I'm having such a great time with it. I did I did fail some of the scenarios, but it's my own fault. It's my own fault. I wasn't paying attention to the signals, which is very very on brand for me, I think. So we'll get just Thomas, light loco. We want to be heading south, so I go this way. Hop in. Set path. So we're going to go all the way down here. So for those who don't, that's not a valid location. That's fine. We can just go to this bit here. For those who don't know, this section here, I believe, is called the Licky Incline. It's the steepest bit of rail on the National Rail sort of, whatever you call it, line, track, I believe. I could be wrong. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, I hope. So we probably will go a lot, and it's just straight as well, so we won't like derail by going off a curve or anything like that, so we should pick up some serious speed. Who wants to beat the Shinkansen? Exactly, that's what we want to do. That's exactly what we want to do. I've never modded this game or anything like that, which is possible, but it's not something I've ever done. I wonder if you can, like, muck about with the speeds of them and stuff. I don't know if that's possible, I have no idea. I don't know to what extent modding is like a thing in this. L train says, sorry, let me catch one check. Jimmy of Train Sim fame? Yeah, did you not watch the stream yesterday, Leopard, like I told you to? Because I will be quizzing you later. There will be a quiz. Thomas is surprisingly fast considering he's a tank engine. Yeah. So he doesn't seem to get above... So we're getting about 53, 54. He doesn't seem to go above maybe like 60. From what I've tested. If he's just on like maybe straight track. I think the record so far, was it 94 we got him to there? He should... I think we'll be able to get him above 100 on this. I'd be very surprised if we couldn't get him above 100. Because look, the speed limit's like... What is that, 90? We're miles an hour now. Oh, that is true, yeah, so... I can't do the conversion, but... Yeah, I see your point. We're probably going as fast now as we were before. Drink. I'm going to try and have a drink one-handed while I've got my finger on the A key. Towards the Tank Engine Airlines. Yeah. This is science, folks. This is science like you've never seen it before. Here we go. I think it's just down here. What does his whistle sound like? If you can hear that. In fact, let me... Ooh, wrong button. Ooh, wrong button again. So I like showing that off. I think that's a really nice touch. The way his eyes do that. So I think there's... Yeah, it's like the original. So I think there's like 3 or 4 different like variations of the whistle. So there's like that 3 peeps one. I think there's a single one, and I think there might be a double one, and there might be another one. I'm not sure. I think it's random though. There you go. That was a double one. So it looks like Thomas is roughly limited on a normal bit of track to about 64 miles an hour. But let's see if we can get him going any faster on this bit. I think we could probably get him going down to about 90 miles an hour, maybe, if we're lucky. Make sure to whistle for the whistle board there. Not that it makes a difference. So he closes his eyes, asks Leopard, which means that his whistle is a fart. I don't know, Leopard. I don't know what the law is about, like, what his whistle is, if that makes sense. I think it's less like a fart and more blowing your nose, says Rookie-ish. That makes more sense. Welcome in, Rookie-ish. I hope you're doing good. Bloody hell. He's probably going for it. Here we go, folks. This is the incline, or the decline, because we're going down it. Do you reckon we can get to 90? I reckon we can get above 90 here. Like Shrek is. What? Tom's the 2 engine more like? Good stuff, Joe. Great stuff. So 120 kilometers an hour now. If we can get to 100 miles an hour, I'll be pretty happy. We are coming towards the end of this, I think. So, well, probably maybe halfway through it. Could beat Gordon in a race because of the speed. Even if they're both going down this. Look how... We're working so hard. So I'm trying to get a good camera angle with one hand, and it's more difficult than you think. There you go. Is the stream looking okay, by the way? Because on OBS, it's looking incredibly framey, but I know that might just be an OBS thing. 100 miles an hour, folks. 100 miles an hour in Thomas. And at some point in a second, we're probably going to either... Are we going to derail or hit a buffer or something like that? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. 161 kilometers an hour. We're slowing down a little bit now, though. I have still got my finger on the throttle. It looks alright? Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. It worries me sometimes, OBS. It's a little bit... Well, I've got to the end of the area. So, was that 101 miles an hour? There we go. 100 miles an hour, folks. Not bad. Not bad at all. Is that a dog? Oh no, it's one of those collectible things, isn't it? Little cow planter. I love that stuff. Okay, folks. Ooh, that was a little bit framey, wasn't it? Right. Traveling into the Veil of Light, yeah. Yeah, very poetic, isn't it? Thomas was never seen from or heard from again. That's how the series should actually end. Thomas's axles working better than my friend's Xbox. Folks, it's been a lovely time. But that is me for today. I will be on... I might be on tomorrow morning. Possibly. We'll see. I might have to go out, but I might be able to put it off until the afternoon. If that is the case, then I'll be on tomorrow morning. We'll do some more of the Thomas scenarios. We probably won't finish them all, knowing me and how slow I am at this game. But we did like 3 of them today. yeah, so we'll probably get like maybe another 3 or 4 done, possibly. Fingers crossed. I will also, if I'm not on tomorrow, then I will be on next, hopefully on Tuesday, where we will be taking a look at the Dutch route that is coming out. The Groningen to Zwolle, if I pronounce those correctly, which will be good. Possibly for that as well. If he's free and I can get him to come on stream, I'm going to get Gundy to come on stream with me. If anyone doesn't know who Gundy is, it's a good friend of mine. He lives in Zwolle, so it would be nice to have him on stream, and he can talk about the Netherlands and teach us a thing or two, which would be nice. I don't know. We'll see. I think he's a busy bee at the moment, but I don't know. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you again, Joe, for the raid. Thank you for all the follows and the subscriptions and stuff. If you want to find out more about the Thomas DLC for this, let me put a link in the chat on Twitch and YouTube. I can't do it on TikTok, I'm afraid, if anyone on TikTok's watching. That's for Twitch and YouTube. There you go, folks. So the DLC is £20 by itself. If you want to do the scenarios, you do need the West Somerset Railway route add-on as well. If you don't have that, you can get. I think they're releasing a bundle, and it's Train Sim World 5, like the base game, the Thomas DLC, and the West Somerset Railway DLC as a bundle for £30. It says it in that link, I think, at the bottom. Was that the right link that I put? It might not have been. I might have been the wrong link that I put in the chat. I'm sorry about that. Can you give me 1 second? Is it just me, or is that website not working? Oh, is it just because they've updated? Okay, right. Hang on. Let me put the link back in the chat again. Sorry about that, folks. Got to get that right, haven't I? There you go. You live in Australia, so it's nighttime. Oh, okay. Well, have a good night, Flying Fox. God, you're up late, aren't you? If you're in Australia, bloody hell. Can you get the coordinate, the Flying Scotsman? We'll do that next time. Carter, remind me. I'm sorry, I haven't got the time to do it today, I'm afraid. I forgot. I apologise. If you remind me, we will do that next time. In fact, I can probably download the livery right now. I have got the time to download the livery. Ooh, how do I do this again? I've not downloaded the livery in a long time. Oh, I can't right now because I'm disconnected from Dovetail Live because I'm on a preview thing. I'll have to do it off stream, Carter. I'll make a note of it right now. I'm going to write Gordon. There you go. It's come up with pictures of Gordon Ramsay. Cool. Okay, right. So anyway, yeah. If you are new to the game and maybe you don't know how to play it or anything like that, or if you maybe have a child who is into trains and you want to get the game for them and you sort of want to know how to play it so you know what to say to your child and help them out, I have got a tutorial up on my YouTube channel. That is a really basic tutorial for like complete Train Sim World beginners about how to operate Thomas and Diesel. If you're a seasoned Train Sim World veteran, it's literally 2 buttons. It's A and D, and that's basically it, and H if you want the headlights. If you want a controller, I believe it's done the same way as like car racing games, so it'll be R2 or RT to go and L2 or LT to brake and reverse. I believe that's true. Hopefully I'm not wrong, because that'd be really embarrassing. This will be going up on YouTube in probably about a couple of hours. Anything else that anyone wants to say before we go? Because I think I've said everything I need to say. If you do play it and you've got any feedback, if you find any bugs or anything like that, do let me know. I can pass those on to the right people. One of the perks of being an ambassador, I guess, is that I can let them know a bit quicker. Then, I mean, to be fair, they also look at the forums and stuff, so you could just make an account on the forums. But if you've not got an account on the forums, drop a comment on one of my YouTube videos or something like that, with any feedback, positive or negative. preferably constructive if it is negative. Don't just go, it's crap. It's not particularly helpful. How is it crap? In what way? Etc., etc.